The crystalline chamber of the Galactic Council hung suspended in the void between stars, a marvel of engineering that housed representatives from 47 species. Today, however, only 2 humans stood at the center of the polished obsidian floor, and the weight of 1,000 alien gazes pressed down upon them. Katniss adjusted her slate-gray uniform, her fingers steady despite the enormity of the moment. Beside her, Liam stood with his hands clasped behind his back, his jaw set in that infuriatingly calm way that had gotten them through countless diplomatic nightmares. "The terms are generous," Chancellor Vraxis announced, his triple-jointed limbs spreading wide in what passed for a benevolent gesture among the Karathi. "Humanity will retain limited autonomy over your home system. You will contribute your military forces to Council operations. Your technology will be integrated into our collective database." Katniss felt her stomach tighten. Integrated. Such a pleasant word for stripped away and claimed. "And in exchange," Liam said, his voice carrying across the chamber with surprising strength, "we receive protection, access to your trade networks, a voice in galactic affairs." He paused, and Katniss caught the slight upturn at the corner of his mouth. "Albeit a very small voice?" "Precisely." The Threnian ambassador bobbed enthusiastically, her gelatinous form rippling with satisfaction. "You understand perfectly, human Liam. Your species is young, impulsive. You have been spacefaring for barely 2 centuries. We have maintained peace for 40,000 years. Katniss exchanged a glance with Liam. 2 centuries. 40,000 years. The math was supposed to humble them, make them grateful for the Council's mercy and even allowing humanity a seat at this table. The alternative, Vraxis continued, his voice dropping to what the humans had learned was a threatening register, is unfortunate. Species who refuse Council membership are quarantined. Your system would be blockaded. No trade, no communication, no travel beyond your little yellow star. Humanity would wither in isolation. The chamber fell silent. This was the moment every species faced, the choice between submission and extinction. For 40,000 years, every race had chosen survival. Every race had bent the knee. Katniss stepped forward. "We have reviewed your terms thoroughly, Chancellor. We've consulted with our government, our military leaders, and our people." She felt Liam move beside her, presenting a united front. "And we have reached a unanimous decision." "Excellent." The Threnian ambassador quivered with delight. "Then you accept—" "We reject your terms," Katniss said simply. "All of them." The silence that followed was absolute. Not a single being in the chamber moved. Even the translation crystals seemed to pause, as if uncertain they had processed the words correctly. "You—" Vraxis's vocal sacs inflated dangerously. "You reject?" "Completely," Liam confirmed. "We will not surrender our sovereignty. We will not integrate our technology into your databases. We will not place our military under your command, and we will not accept a token voice in a council that clearly views us as children to be managed, rather than equals to be respected. This is madness." A Kellian representative rose from his seat, his crystalline carapace flashing with agitation. "You don't understand what you're refusing. The protection of the Council has kept this galaxy stable for millennia." "Stable for whom?" Katniss asked quietly. The question hung in the air like a blade. "Your arrogance is astounding," Vraxis hissed. "You are infants. You know nothing of the dangers that lurk in the dark spaces between stars. The Scourge Wars, the Hive Invasion, the dimensional rifts, we have weathered them all. You would not survive a decade without us?" "Perhaps," Liam acknowledged, "but we'd rather die free than live as vassals." "You don't mean that." The Threnian ambassador's voice carried a note of genuine confusion. "No species means that. Survival is the prime imperative. For you, maybe." Katniss pulled up a data slate, her fingers dancing across the surface. "We did some research on your 40,000 years of peace. We noticed some interesting patterns. 17 species have gone extinct under Council protection. 43 have been absorbed so completely into the collective that they have no distinct culture remaining, and 62 species have been barred from technological advancement beyond Council-approved levels. Necessary measures," Vraxis insisted, but his confidence had wavered. "For the greater good." "The greater good or your good?" Liam pressed. "Because from where we stand, this Council looks less like a protective alliance and more like a stagnant empire that crushes innovation and enforces conformity." "Outrageous." The Kellian representative's voice cracked like breaking glass. We offer you salvation and you spit in our faces. No, Katniss corrected. You offered us chains dressed as gifts, and humans don't do well with chains. We never have. Fraxus leaned forward, his massive form casting a shadow across the two humans. Then you choose quarantine, isolation. Your species will be confined to your system for the rest of your existence. Is that truly what you want? What we want, Liam said, his voice ringing clear, is to forge our own path, to succeed or fail on our own merits, to grow at our own pace and in our own direction. If that means we face the galaxy alone, so be it. You'll face it alone and die, Fraxus promised darkly. Katniss smiled then, a fierce expression that made several nearby ambassadors recoil. Maybe, but we'll die as humans, not as pale copies of you. And who knows, maybe we'll surprise you. We have a tendency to do that. She and Liam turned together, presenting their backs to the council, a gesture that would have been unthinkable rudeness to most species, but felt perfectly natural to the two humans. One more thing, Liam called over his shoulder. Your blockade won't work. We've already begun developing faster-than-light drives based on completely different principles than yours. Your detection grids won't even see us coming. In 50 years, maybe less, we'll be out there exploring whether you like it or not. And when we are, we won't be asking for permission. They walked toward the chamber exit, their footsteps echoing in the stunned silence. This is a mistake, Fraxus called after them. The greatest mistake your species will ever make. Katniss didn't turn around. We've made bigger mistakes and survived them. That's kind of our thing. The doors sealed behind them, and only then did Katniss allow herself to tremble. Liam caught her arm, steadying her. That was either the bravest or stupidest thing we've ever done, he murmured. Both, probably, Katniss agreed. Then she smiled. But it felt good, didn't it? Terrifying, reckless, completely insane. Liam grinned back. Absolutely perfect. Behind them, the Galactic Council erupted into chaos, their 40,000-year reign of unchallenged authority shaken by two humans who dared to say no. And in that moment, humanity's true journey into the stars began, not as supplicants or subjects, but as themselves, free and unbound, ready to face whatever the universe would throw at them.